Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. I'm just here getting everything cleaned up, tidied up, and ready to swap over to soybeans. So we need to get these corn headers taken off the front. We need to get them serviced and put away, and then we also need to pull the headers out of the back of the shed and put on the combines ready to go down and get the soybeans done. So that is today's job. Going to get as much of the soybeans done, and I think we should be able to get them all done, particularly with 2 combines and not yielding as high as the corn does. We should manage to keep up a whole lot better than we did with the grain cart than we could with the corn. So we'll get these all sorted out and swapped over, but that is pretty much our plan for the day. Now we do need to obviously get in and plough those cornfields. They need to be ploughed properly before we can plant back into them. And I have been keeping an eye out for a new plough, so we might look at using some of the money we have to go and buy something a little bit bigger. But we'll just have to check what's out there while we do that. But let's just finish getting these done. Just need to get this trailer done. We also need, actually I need to talk to the dealer about keeping this one, because I do think that the track version here has been performing a whole lot better than the one we tried first. So I think there's about a 10 grand extra on top of the one we initially bought to swap over to this tracked one. So I'll probably have a chat to the dealer about doing that. But there we go, that's everything cleaned. We'll get everything put away, and headers are in the back there, so we have to move the tractor and get everything pulled out, swapped over. I've just finished moving the auger. We've got that all set up here on this top bin, which is where we tend to put our soybeans. The truck and grain cart both sitting over there, and both combines looking nice and clean, fully fueled, fully serviced, and ready to go. So without further ado, let us head down to the field and we'll get started. I think we'll start in the big field first, but what I might actually do is put one combine in the biggest one, the John Deere in the bigger one, and then use the gleaner to run around the small field and the little part on the other side of the track. I just think that's going to be the best way to get it all done. So we'll set things up, get things going. I've got to use a little bit of follow me, and we'll get the 2 combines down there started, and then come back and get the truck. We'll take the grain cart down now too. So we'll see you down at the field. So here we are down at the field. We'll just get the header turned on and just run a few meters in the field just to make sure everything is set up and working fine. There we go, it looks to be going pretty well. Not a bad yield, 103 bushels an acre either. So we'll just pause there and set ourselves up a little course play course to let the worker take care of this combine. So if we set 3 around, we've only got 1 till on this, and we will run some lands, I think. We'll do 4 lands and see how that comes up with the course. Alright, so the course is made. If we just tell it to head off and start driving, hopefully things will go according to plan and start heading around the field. So that all looks pretty good. We'll just hang in here for a minute and get up to where the gleaner's parked, because we're going to hop into the gleaner and start doing this little wedge here on the left. And then obviously once the John Deere's got all cut around the field and we can make it over to the other side, no issues, we'll head over there and take care of that. But so far so good. So let's hop out here, leave the worker going, and we will head over here to the gleaner. So alright, so we need to get the hopper open there, but apart from that we should be able to turn it on and make a start. I don't think we'll get a full hopper off this little piece here. It's not going to take us too long at all. There we go, that's this first little piece done, which is a good time, and deer is just starting their second headland pass, so that'll give us a nice bit of room to get around there. But we got over 100 bushels off that, which is not too bad actually. I think if I can get $50 a bushel, it's 5 or 6 grand worth of soybeans out of there. So we'll just park up here for a second, put the auger out, we'll run over and jump into the grain cart and get the gleaner emptied out. Then we'll go and get the John Deere emptied out as well before we move down into the next field. So we'll just carefully get driven in here under the auger. I must say I'm still incredibly impressed with the clearance the auger has on this grain cart. I was pretty nervous it was going to get quite tight when we looked at the gravity wagons we used to have and how close they were to that auger, so very impressed with that clearance. But we've just about got the 100 bushels here in the cart. Once that's finished, we'll go and catch up with the John Deere. There we are, just getting this emptied out now as well. It's going to be a bit awkward as the combine goes around this corner because the auger is going to flick around incredibly fast and we won't be able to keep up. But I do want to get it emptied out while we're still at this end of the field, so I can leave the grain cart down here in between the two fields and closer to where the gleaner will be working in a minute. So there we go, that's the Deere empty. I think we'll just use this tree as a bit of space to turn around. Take the grain cart back down to the spot where the other field entrance is. Then watch out for our rocks just there. Forgotten I had a rock pile. Placed that in advance of coming down here for some tillage. Alright, so we'll just leave the grain cart there for now and head on over to get the gleaner down here. It's the same deal as last time. I will head around this field. I think we'll probably drive this one ourselves as well. It's quite a compact little field. Saying that, I missed some in the corner. That's alright, we'll be able to pick that up when we come back. But we'll just head around in here, get this one done, and keep things moving. Going well so far though. Making our way through this field pretty well. We're just coming up on a full combine, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we make it to the end. Are we going to make it? Just. It was pretty close. But to save bringing the grain cart in here, we can just run out here and fill it up. By the time we've swapped over, not really worth the pain. We'll just pull in here, there we go, the John Deere is opened up a land there in the middle. Quite sure if that's where I expected them to start. And a little bit puzzled why there is a row missed in the middle there. But we'll let them carry on. We can always come out and we've got a very similar width header here on the gleaner, so we could tidy that up for them. We're also going to be in the way in a minute that are going to want to come along here and get turned around, so we'll wait and see how they go. They're probably actually going to need an empty out actually. Just looking at the fill level there on top of the hopper. There we go, just in time to be able to get backed out. Although, as I suspected, the combine did not like that. So we'll just move the cart here before we end up with a disaster. Oh, there we go, they are picking up the right line there now, which is good. So we might as well, while we're here in the cart, run along beside them and get them offloaded. I know we've got the cruise control set to 6, but I think the combine actually struggles with going up this hill, and just like that they were full, so couldn't quite get there in time. We'll just have to keep an eye here on our speed as we're running up here beside them. Does look like we're pulling away still. Now the tractor seems to be struggling to pull this grain cart up the hill. This was certainly not a problem I expected to have. Really struggling. Alright, so we're just going to try and park this somewhere out of the way. In fact, if we just swing it around onto the other side, we can bring the truck down here and start getting that filled up as well. That should be good right there, so we'll just turn that off, pop that auger out, and get back down to the gleaner. So we'll just carry on here with the last few rows, not too much left to do, and we'll be done in here, should be good. We'll then be able to take this combine down into one of the other small fields and leave them going in there. Hopefully that will give me a chance to sort out the truck and take some time to capture a few shots for a bit of a montage of both combines. And there we go, another field all but done. Sure I can get all of this in one pass. No, missed just a few there behind us. We'll just spin around here, pick up that last little section. Hardly worth it. Didn't even seem to register on the yield count there. But it's a good job done again, getting that field knocked out. So we will head up and dump this into the grain cart, and then we can plot a course down in the next field, and we'll head up to the farm and get the truck down here as well, so we can keep things moving. There we are, just emptying straight into the back of the cart here. Just had to avoid the auger sticking out, but all done. Not too many there. Now I think we're going to run this down to the furthest field. Thought behind that being is it's a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter, and I think this combine will be better suited for it. It will also mean when the John Deere's finished in that big field, if it finishes before we do, it can pop over to the other field here. The other thought behind it is once the grain cart's empty, we can just run the grain cart down here to empty this combine out, and if the truck's left up there in the upper field, we can use that to empty the John Deere straight into. So a little bit of thought gone into this, as you can see. So we've got that field in just in there, and then this one just on the other side of the trees. Just while we're driving over here, thinking forward to other activities on the farm, just having a look here at our soil map. Fields 13 and 14 both need ploughing, and field 13 is going to need lime when we do that. So a bit of work to do here in tillage before we'll get some more crops into any of these fields. So it'll probably just be a nice little break. We've spent quite a bit of time harvesting in the last few episodes, so good to get back into some tillage. I've also got some plans. We need to make some more hay, so I do have some plans to get back into some of that work, as well as our ongoing care for the cows and growing the herd as we keep going. Here we are, and should talk our way the whole way down here into the field. So I'm going to set this up on course play, leave them to run around while we go and sort the other things out, and also take that opportunity to put together a bit of a montage. just in here with the worker right on the end of this field. So things have gone pretty well here with the John Deere. Should be able to get turned around and pick up this last row. So 44%. So we'll probably, once he's done here, we'll just race up to the truck, get this hopper emptied out into the back of the truck, and then we'll move him down into the last field to do. So no, it's going pretty well. It's not taken very long at all, and having something like soybeans, which yields at a lower rate than corn, is certainly been nice. It's been a lot quicker. But we'll head up over here, we'll get the combine emptied out, and then there'll be one more field to go. The gleaner's still progressing through, probably 3/4 of the way through the other field as well, so lots getting done. There we are, just get the auger out and get this dumped into the back hopper. I'm not actually sure how much is in the truck. So we're about 3/4 full now. That back hopper looks about half, or a little bit over half full. But we'll probably just about be able to get this all done in just the one truckload and possibly the grain cart. Just have to see how we get on. Not as much area in these fields as I thought there was. We might have had a couple of truckloads worth, but not to worry. We'll keep on going and get this all finished. So here we go, we've got the John Deere over here running in this field, so we'll leave them going in here, and then it's just keep the gleaner moving in the other field and we'll be all done with soybeans. It's back over here with the gleaner. We are all finished up in this field now too, so that leaves just the field the John Deere is running in to get finished off. So we'll just get the gleaner here emptied out. We'll run the grain cart back down to where the John Deere's working, because then they can empty out into that, and we'll get the gleaner to get back up to the yard. And here we go, the last little piece of soybeans into the combine and all finished. So that's another great milestone. We'll get a course player pop up here and tell us that they are finished. We'll stop the driver there and we can go over and unload. So that's all gone pretty well. Got everything all wrapped up already, and now we just need to get it all back up to the farm and into the bins. Obviously the truck is still sitting up there, it is just about full, and along with these two will be a decent amount to go into the bins. There we go. Now we'll just set up some follow me and head back up to the farm. Alright, here we are, the last piece of equipment to get back to the farm. We've got the combines parked up over there. We've got the grain cart here, ready to try and tip into the back of the truck while we're sitting here over the augers and carry on. Just try and get that trigger, there we go. If I just open that up, let's go and see if we can get the grain cart a little bit closer. There we go. So that's going to empty out into there, and this should all be going up there and into the bins. It looks to be. And we'll just do a double check, and our numbers are going up. We've actually got a high demand there for soybeans at just under $45 a bushel, but I do know we've been up around 60 before, so I did contemplate selling some, but decided we were better off to put them in the bin and wait for a better price than that and really maximise our profits. I do have a few things to buy coming up. Got a few plans for some more improvements on the farm. So we are going to need to use some of that money, but for now we don't need any. So we'll just put them in the bins and keep an eye on the prices. That's all emptying out. I'm just going to check that the wagon has emptied out properly. Yes, it has, so we can get that out of the way. Mark it up here next to the pickup for now, and we'll just about be done. There we go, looks like the truck has finished emptying out as well. Perfect. So we'll just put the cover back on there, and just for now, pull the truck up just there in the trees. So another power of work by the two combines. They really do not skip a beat. As much as having a bigger combine would be great, I just think these two are just perfect. Just really enjoying them. So we'll be keeping them for a bit longer. I know there's been a few comments that the Glen is getting a bit old and long in the tooth, but I'm still really enjoying it. So it'll be staying. We'll just have a quick look here. So we've got almost 2,500 bushels of soybeans. We've got 11,000 bushels of corn there. We've actually got some canola and wheat to sell from some previous harvests. So we need to get into those. So we've actually got quite a lot of product there. One other thing to look at, we've also got almost 50,000 litres of milk to go and sell. So next episode, depending on some prices, we might be taking some product down and getting it sold. If we're not, we will certainly be out doing some ploughing, spreading some lime, and making some plans for the next crops to go into the ground. As for these guys, they need to clean off, a little bit of a service, and their next tasks will be out here in the wheat fields. Out the back and over the front. So plenty to do, always is on No Creek Farms. But I do hope you have all enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.